Hello, and we are live here. We are live, putting the word out to all of the homies. Uh, should be a good day today. We're going to be discussing some very important developments. There is a gerrymander that will end democracy in the republic as we know it, but it's very important to recognize the fact that Chuck Schumer is working his little tushy off to ban flavored Juul pods that are coming back in a big way. So we're gonna cover all the news for you today. Little hungover. Was hanging out at Mike Johnson's entourage house. His little his crazy little thing that he's doing. Crazy little thing called love. It's been quite a little. It's been a little bit of fun. So I am going to be doing something a little bit different today. Actually, I'm going to be doing the same thing. We're going to be talking. We're going to be looking on the Twitters, the Instagrams. We're going to be reacting to some things that the enemy Hassan Piker has been saying about the most dynamo candidates in our party's history. It's all good stuff, though. It's all good stuff. I'm glad that you can be here. Let's see. We're just chatting. That's what it says on the bio. Oh, jeez. It is hot. It's casual Saturday, folks. Welcome to the fiesta. This is we're on Twitch for everybody joining us. Twitch.tv. Democrat consultant. Okay, so the Republic has fallen. RIP and namaste to the Republic, but everybody relax. It is A-okay. One of our tweets is balling out. As you can see here, Haley Stevens is she got $5.3 million. It is being spent on attack ads against Abdul El Sayed, which is the stuff that dreams are made of. Because I don't know if you knew this, but Mr. Connie here, he is receiving a whole lot of commission for every ad buy he makes. So I'm very fortunate for that. Oh, here we go. We got Hassan here. I actually saw something I think it's important to bring to the attention of the masses. Oh, here we go. This was something I saw with somebody from the OC.
For you, it must be super depressing because you spent years following this stuff. The only solution is regulation.
Yes.
We've heard that from some Democrats like Elizabeth Warren and others, and you see that in the Senate hearing that you do with Kevin O'Leary, another person who did a U-turn on this, another Trump person. And then you have the President of the United States embrace solution is regulation.
So just to tee this up here, Ben McKenzie used to be a member of the Orange County show. It was a drama show on the Fox. My grandson, not my great-grandson, my grandson, about 20 years ago, he was all about this show. It celebrated wealth. It celebrated the shit libs that I call my friends. He has since made a career of insulting basically everything that we do. And it's very depressing. So here we go.
Yes. We've heard that from some Democrats like Elizabeth Warren and others, and you see that in the Senate hearing that you do with Kevin O'Leary, another person who did a U-turn on this, another Trump person. And then you have the President of the United States embrace this. there's no way you're getting any kind of regulation or accountability when they're going out when he's launching his own freaking meme coin.
Yeah. No, I
Just
mean,
worthless coins, whatever they're called, stable coins.
absolutely. And so where does that
We passed the Genius Act because we thought it was only fair that corporations have the opportunity to make their own meme coins. If we're ever going to get to a point of liberal democracy where companies are able to make their own currency and ensure that they have complete autonomy over their workers by making them shop at company stores, then we, the Democratic Party, are going to support that, which is why 100 of us voted for the Genius Act.
leave us? For me, it leaves us in a position of calling them out, of course, doing what I can there. Unfortunately, the Republican Party under Trump is, completely subservient. They're never going to do anything about this issue. So we can only keep our house in order on the Democratic side.
I don't think we need to keep our house in order. I hire somebody to do that.
So one of my goals is to relentlessly shame the Democrats, the elite Democrat leaders who are also subservient to crypto because I assume of political donations.
You're in a state with
Them's fighting words, mister.
New York.
Yeah.
Both Democratic senators, Gillibrand in particular, has been very pro crypto.
Hell yeah, she has, because they gave us buku bucks for her campaign.
Gillibrand's very pro crypto. Schumer is apparently working behind the scenes to position his caucus correctly on the issue. Because
yeah, of course he's working behind the scenes. I'm working behind the scenes with him because he knows the base hates him. So anything he touches turns to crap. But that doesn't mean he doesn't recognize an opportunity. Okay? Jesus Christ.
because he knows how much money they have.
They're worried about elections and PAC spending against them. Crypto PACs have become very influential, actually.
Yeah, and I mean, to give you like a very sort of clear example of what I'm talking about, last year a bill was signed into law, the Genius Act.
Yes.
Which, if you know this Congress, and it's called the Genius Act, it's got to be stupid.
Yes.
And it allows corporations to issue their own money in the form of stable coins, so which are cryptos that are pegged 1-to-1 with real U.S. dollar, with real currencies like U.S. dollar. So it's literal corporate money. It's literally corporations giving corporations
Printing your own money.
Yeah, I mean, does that seem like a good idea? And for the Democrats, 100 Democrats voted for it, including Hakeem Jeffries, including my congressman, Dan Goldman, which is why I'm supporting Brad Lander for Congress. If you're a Democrat and you're having a hard time choosing between people and corporations, my humble suggestion is to get the out of the party. Like, we have to model good behavior here. We can't control them.
Yeah, my recommendation to Ben McKenzie is, why doesn't he get the F out of the party? Why doesn't Ben McKenzie get out of the party instead of verbally abusing the people that are doing the right thing by the donor class? This is the kind of fighting words that drives me crazy about the Hollywood elites. They are elite because of their talent, not because of their sociopathy. And so they think they have the right to insult our business acumen as Democrats. We market the party as the party of the working class because it's convenient, and we recognize an opportunity with Leo Burnett. That does not mean we are going to undermine our best interest electorally. I mean, not from an electoral winning standpoint, but, we want to be competitive, so we want to take money from the wrong people. It's simple. This was a very disappointing interview. I quite like Misha Barton. She's a nice young lady. Oh man, I am tired. I went to the gym today because my ex-wife, she left me my wife just left me for another Pilates instructor, so I'm trying to get back in shape. I tore my ACL while I was skiing in Bern, Switzerland, which is where I have one of my vacation homes. I don't know if anybody's seen this, but there's some kind of gerrymander thing going on, but I don't know if anybody's seen this, but there is a gerrymander going on right now, and I think that this is fantastic. Look at this. Chuck Schumer, in response to the gerrymandering, is saying, let's make this full screen. Here we go. Chuck Schumer is saying the Maha Party just ensured a new generation of kids gets addicted to nicotine. FDA approves fruit-flavored vapes for the first time after reported Trump pressure. That, my friends, is what you call a dynamo. Chuck Schumer knows that the Democratic Party does not care about the disenfranchisement of millions of voters, people of color. He knows they don't care about that. He knows that they do not want to have tasty Juul pods to meet their nicotine needs. That is why he is big-brained and you are all poor and stupid. Good job, Chuck. Oh, here we go. Now that he wants to talk about this. It's funny because
Act was passed in 1965. It was intended to make sure that Black folks had equitable representation under the law and made sure that in particular in Southern communities, they weren't gerrymandered out of representation by breaking Black communities into several parts to assure that they didn't have majority minority.
How do you think he got his forearms so big? Do you think it has anything to do? These handsome guys are killing the party.
District. The Supreme Court's decision, in effect, undid that requirement of the Voting Rights Act.
Yeah, it was the Supreme Court.
It means that we are porting the redlining of the past to assure less representation for Black folks in the future. The consequence, you're going to have less representation in local communities, in state legislatures, in the federal government itself for Black communities, and the consequence is going to be dire.
Listen, there's nothing we can do. Okay, we are the party of norms. So if you want us to, just go and lock hands outside the Supreme Court or, refuse to take Congress into session, you're joining the wrong party, buddy. We don't do that. All right, we're relaxed. We're very chill. We're very zen about this whole thing. Okay. As long as we can still continue to get free haircuts in Congress, you know what I'm recommending everybody do in the wake of this gerrymandering thing? Not fight back like Abdul El-Sayed. No. We have lifetime health care if you served in Congress. I served for 6 months back in 82. I have lifetime health care, lifetime pension. Relax. If you have that as an American citizen, then just relax. I have lifetime health care. I make 75% of my income as I did in 1982, adjusted for inflation, which is fantastic. You should just relax like I am. It's not a big deal.
In terms of making sure that not only is there representation for these communities, but also that the needs, especially of urban communities, are addressed through legislation. I worry tremendously about what this means for communities in Michigan, what it means for communities in southern states, what it means for communities with large Black communities who are now going to have their representation erased. And it is critical for us as we think about where we go from here to assure that we are A, standing up for the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, but B, taking the pillars of the Voting Rights Act and passing them into legislation and making sure that the Supreme Court can't gut them in the future.
Yeah, okay, again, you want us to do that, but it's going to be pretty hard. That's like a pretty big ask. You're asking us to do stuff. That's not our style, Abdul El-Sayed. Doing stuff is not our style. We don't like passing things into legislation and then, it's all just so takes so much work. We have to risk being unpopular. If we have to upset more than 93% of the base, we really don't like doing something. Unless it's supporting Israel, then we are all about it. I don't know what to tell you. I don't make the rules. I just don't have any rules because rules upset people. Morals upset people. Oh, wow. Here we go. DMFI, Democrat. The Democratic priorities, and this is my work. Everybody take a look. This is awesome. This is so great. We knew that we were getting shellacked, so we kind of started putting some money behind Mallory McMorrow, but then we threw in some money here for Haley Stevens just to see if we can't peel off top, 5% of Abdul El-Sayed voters. Chuck and I agree on this kind of thing. We just think that whoever does it, we whoever wins, as long as it's not Abdul El Sayed, will be okay. So here's the ad. I got paid an obscene amount of money to write, and then I got commission on the $5.3 million spend. This is some of my proudest work.
Congresswoman Haley Stevens is leading the fight to hold ICE accountable.
Yes.
Haley Stevens of Michigan is calling.
Just because she voted to thank them doesn't mean she doesn't want to hold them accountable. Make sure they have COVID vaccines.
Calling for new federal oversight of immigration enforcement.
Stevens introduced the Hold ICE Accountable Act, which would create an independent special prosecutor.
This song goes so hard. We actually hired Kid Rock to do the beat because he's from Michigan and he loves Haley.
To investigate alleged misconduct by the Department of Homeland Security and ICE.
This is about accountability for an agency that hasn't.
I'm sorry I hired a voice coach from Pittsburgh. That was my fault. I thought that Pittsburgh and Michigan were the same place. Pretty much any place west of Lexington Avenue on Manhattan is the same place. It's all flyover state until you hit Beverly Hills. That's why I like Mallory. She said that Michigan sucks.
Had any.
Tell Congress. Support Haley Stevens' fight. Congresswoman Haley
Support
Stevens
Haley
is leading
Stevens'
the fight
fight.
to hold.
Support her fight to continue to thank ICE, but also kind of hold them accountable. Paid for by Palantir. Hell yeah! That is what it's all about, baby. Oh my God. Oh, that was so good. Did you guys think that was a Dynamo ad? If you're in the chat right now, there are 2 people in the chat. If you're having a good time, do me a favor. Tell me you're having a good time because right now I am reading tweets like this: 70 billion for ICE, 50 billion for Iran. That's our money they're lighting on fire. Wow. Great, Graham Plattner. That's why the real Democrat tweets like these are why all real Democrats should vote for Susan Collins. Yeah. Go, Susan. Go, Susan. Go. Go, Susan. Go, Susan. Go. Yes. She is my rock. Who is saying that the future of the Democratic Party is Graham Plattner? That's insane. I'm going to switch to Instagram here. Let's see. We got if you're on Instagram, join us on twitch.tv/Democrat Consultant. Tough titty. I don't know if you don't like it, but this is what we got. Let's see here. Share this tab instead. Okay. Okay. No, I didn't want to like that. Jamal Bowman, no. Oh, Jim Jarmusch. He was a great director. Horrible, horrible donor. Wow, look at this. How I pounded 28 tortas. No. No. I don't want to like that. Ooh, let's look at this.
It's made from cubes of lamb or chicken, garlic, shallots, tomatoes, and fresh herbs.
Oh my God, terrifying.
This is a testy kebab covered in a huge roti, and it's a house specialty at this restaurant.
Yeah, this reminds me a lot of going out to dinner with Alan Greenspan. Because anytime he was the chairman of the Fed in the 90s, and anytime anything ethnic landed on his plate, he looked like he had just discovered the CPI went up like 50 basis points. If that guy smelled spice, he freaked the fuck out.
It's made from cubes of lamb or chicken, garlic, shallots, tomatoes, and fresh herbs.
Oh God, I don't want to ever be that close to something that smells that badly ever. Oh God, that would be horrible. There's no room in the party for food like that. I don't think that it's I don't think it's
the Iranians won't accept our
here we go.
terms. What's our next move?
Look at my ballroom. Why are you asking such crazy questions? You're such a terrible reporter. I ought to rape you.
Well, Mr. President, the Iranians won't accept.
That seems like a fair response to questions about the Iran war that Democrats support. The reason why we've been outspoken supporters of the war in Iran is because our close ally, our BBFF, if you will, in the Middle East, has informed us that unfortunately they are within 6 weeks of getting nuclear weapons. I believe the other day was day 69 of the Iran war. Shout out to Mike Johnson. And yeah, things are chipping away. I know that Jared Moskowitz made some money on Lockheed Martin stock, which is nice. I'm his straw purchaser, so I get a nice little chunk of change from that. I know that my guys at Raytheon are happy. So really, the American people, they don't matter. I really do hate. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. This is Chuck Schumer really being in touch with the base. I love this guy, Chuck Schumer. We're just going to go over some of his tweets today. I just think he's really hit some bangers. Oh, healthcare union leader. That's sad. Low-income shoppers. Here we go. This is what I love about capitalism, is that it doesn't matter if shoppers are running out of money. It only matters if, here we go. It doesn't matter if shoppers are running out of money. It only matters if stocks are going up or if they are going down. Let's take a look here.
But to ignore the way that people feel right now about gasoline prices and mortgage rates, they're pissed off. And they have every right to be upset. And is that quote from the...
No, they absolutely have no right to be upset. They have no right to be upset because you know who isn't pissed off? Democratic leadership. We're actually quite happy. We're quite happy with the way things are going right now. So, you know, if the American voters have a problem with any of this, I highly recommend they pull themselves up by their bootstraps, because the Democratic Party didn't become the party of Reagan by siding with the working class.
CEO of Heinz yesterday.
Heinz.
Kraft Heinz. Consumers are literally running out of money.
Where did she get that Southern accent? Did she just pull that out of her ass? I swear to God, she didn't have a Southern accent before.
But to ignore the way that people feel right now.
That does not sound like a Southern accent.
Gasoline prices and mortgage rates. They're pissed off, and they have.
That doesn't sound like a Southern accent, but.
Of Heinz yesterday, Kraft Heinz. Consumers are literally running out of money.
She must have had the same vocal coach as Haley Stevens, because she just code switched there. She sounded like she was transatlantic, 40s movie star all through the first half of that, and then, next thing you know, she sounds like she's a lot lizard in Arkansas. What the hell is going on at Fox News? What the hell is going on at Fox News? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Whew. I'm tired, folks. This is the kind of stuff that exhausts me. I'm going to play a little bit of longer video here because I need to get some water. I am exhausted. I want everybody to, here we go. This is it. 2 minutes. Cory Booker. Regardless of whether you're progressive or conservative, many of us agree pouring a trillions into an endless and reckless war in Iran means we're driving up our debt, robbing our children of healthcare, infrastructure, education, and opportunity. The thing about Cory is that he says shit like that, but he doesn't mean it. I mean, he was behind the scenes whipping a vote against the War Powers Resolution very early on because he knew who buttered his bread.
Spend $1 trillion, and I'm certain we will reach $1 trillion for the Iran war, even if it stops tomorrow, what is the opportunity cost of that money? One of the issues that is often raised when it comes to war spending is the trade-offs, the guns versus butter trade-offs that countries make. And these trade-offs have been at the core of policies around paying for wars throughout U.S. history. When you go to the Johnson archives, it is really striking how President Johnson and his advisors wrestled over his desire to bring his Great Society programs into fruition at the same time that, as he put it, these are his words, not mine, he had to figure out a way to pay for this war. I think what has been absent since 9/11 has been this idea of trade-offs. George W. Bush became president at a time when there was a lot of opposition to taxes, not only in the president, but in Congress. Many had signed a no new taxes petition, and it was possible to borrow very cheaply, so debt was an easy answer. When it comes to the current situation, I think that one can think about it in this way. If we spend $1 trillion, and I'm certain we will reach $1 trillion for the Iran war, even if it stops tomorrow, what is the opportunity cost of that money? There are some who would say this money should be spent on schools or roads or other immediate concerns. There are others, and I tend to be something of a fiscal hawk, who would say this is money that should be put to already existing obligations. For example, dealing with Social Security shortfall, dealing with the liabilities we have to already existing veterans, paying down some of our national debt. So there is a range of views, but I think what is really absent is a discussion about what are the trade-offs. Because if we think about this in terms of what ensures our...
Yeah, we're not going to be doing any discussions. We're not going to be discussing any trade-offs. We're going to just keep chipping away at the war. You know, I think that, oh, I hate this guy, Kyle Kolinsky. No, Michigan, do not vote for Abdul.
We've just heard about an ad buy totaling $5.3 million over the next 2 weeks alone from a group called the Center for Democratic Priorities. Now, if that sounds awfully non-specific, it's because it is. It's likely an organization based in Delaware, which we know that is a shell for AIPAC. AIPAC, we know, is going to be the biggest spender in this race.
That is unnecessarily discriminatory. It could be any super PAC. It could be AIPAC. It could be AI PAC, which is artificial intelligence, which Haley also supports. It could be privatized healthcare, which she also supports. It could be privatized prisons. It could be any big corporation that basically wants to see somebody like Haley with a strong moral backbone for protecting wealth in this country. It could be any of those people. It could be majority Democrats who is supporting Mallory McMorrow. We have to go over that. We have to go over that article. I forgot about that article. It's really dynamo stuff.
They're going to be shelling out $30 million. Guess who they want to beat more than anyone else? This guy. They literally called me the most dangerous candidate for the U.S.-Israel relationship, and now they're spending on behalf of my opponent. Here's the thing about it. We need to be able to move our message, because their whole goal here is to deluge Michigan in ads for milquetoast candidates, and disinforming the public. This is how they play. Yep. And they deluge those ads not in the name of AIPAC over the issue of Israel. No, they deluge folks in ads over non-specific issues under a name like the Center for Democratic Priorities, which is an organization.
That's exactly what we do. It's awesome. We are so able to fool voters, and it's amazing. I mean, really what you need to know about how we play dirty is that Chuck Schumer's main priority, you can see it in his speech. Let me see here. One second. Chuck Schumer, main priority. We're going to go into a little breakdown here. Maybe we'll make this a YouTube video. Let me see here. Videos. Here we go. 46 seconds. This isn't bad. Let's see here. Sing it now. We are Charlie Kirk. We clear the names. We fight for the popsicles. We name his names. we're doing interludes now between switching screens. Isn't it great?
I will continue to fight for it. And we delivered more security assistance to Israel, our ally, under my leadership than ever before. We will keep doing that, everybody.
Yes.
It's so important to give Israel what it needs and to protect itself from the many in that difficult region who want to wipe Israel off the face of the map. We have to do everything to do that.
It's important that Israel have the aid it needs to wipe everybody off of the map, because they would, if they had the aid, they would wipe Israel off the map. So it's important that we just continue to pummel the shit out of anybody who looks at Israel the wrong way. Because, you know, Israel might be able to afford its own military hardware, but the people of Israel would not stand for not having universal health care. It's just, sorry. We have to keep Netanyahu electable, people, if the military industrial complex is going to keep chugging along. I don't write the rules. I just follow them.
We have to do everything to ensure that the delicate ceasefire secured last year paves the way to lasting peace, where people can live side by side, as many have mentioned, in a two-state solution. The fight
Yeah. Two-state solution. We've been saying that for 50 years. We don't give a shit. Goofs. Come on. What's up, Zaza Carr? Yes. Violent farting. I love this guy. He's my favorite. Pinned tweet. We are talking about my best friend, Chuck Schumer. If you all are having a bad day because of, gerrymandering or whatever, you should watch Chuck's niece's video, Trainwreck. It's amazing. It's a great little film. She has a lot of fun in that movie. Oh my God. Oh, Israel did it. Never mind. Jeez, I was like, that's horrible, but they must have been justified to do that. They always are. They're very justified in everything that they do. Yeah, no. Oh shit. Is there anything like I'm just sick of, oh, here we go. Dinesh D'Souza? No, processed. Here we go. Let's see here. Got caught on actress, fellow poker player, Olika Osipova.
I don't want to be rude, but I'm pretty sure she's a prostitute, and I really don't want to say that. But I mean,
that's not right.
I'm serious.
Wow.
Yes, she was
No,
playing she was playing at CPT. Yeah,
I don't think she was.
No, she was, bro.
She was.
She's not a lady of the night. Trust me, I know them all in DC, California, New York. I've never seen her before. It's guy's an amateur. Such a loser. Come on. We're trying to take down Hassan here, Ethan. Stop making it about you and your proclivities.
You're very wrong.
Oh, she's
don't say
she's
that.
right there. Well, okay, I apologize then. That was rude.
That's not right.
Well, I didn't say it to her. Luckily, she didn't hear me. I don't want to be rude.
Well, yeah, Ethan, because you're a little bitch. We literally astroturfed some of the dumbest people, but we will not astroturf Ethan Klein because he's such a fucking dweeb. It's like you used to hang out with Hassan, my man. We're not having it. Jeez, what a dick. Oh, here we go. Dave Portnoy. I'm a big fan of this guy. He could be the Joe Rogan of the left if he works harder.
I don't think that they would treat you with the same respect that you get treated with here.
What do you mean? Hold on, please.
You should go.
What do you mean by that?
Just what I said. You heard me.
No, I want you to explain what you mean.
Oh, that's who Mallory McMorrow didn't do an interview with, because she was smart. She rescheduled. Unlike Haley Stevens, who I told, do not go in front of the cameras. You're not a likable person.
Don't believe that they would treat you with the same respect that you're treated with here. And the same goes with
What
this
is
guy
that?
here.
Hold
that's
on, no,
dressed
just
for
talk to me,
Halloween.
please, for a moment.
Can I just talk to him? How do I know that they're really religious? I don't know. I don't believe them anyway. In any case,
That guy's got money. We're cool.
you should go look it up. You should go ask. What? Get on a plane and go help the people in Gaza.
What do you
Or
mean
go
by
help
that,
the people
sir? What do
in
you mean by that?
Just that. What is it, sir? You call me sir. You
calling you sir
It
because
doesn't matter. You should go and you should try to help the people there.
Yeah, I love this guy. I love this guy. He's great. He's wearing a suit. He's talking down. That's how we need to connect with voters. You know, he's a liberal for sure. He's definitely a liberal. He's wearing a $2,000 suit, and he's just saying, "Hey, you know, don't talk to me. You're not good enough to talk to me." I just spilled my coffee because that this is my best sweater. God bless America. This is what happens when you start throwing the word inshallah around. God wills it that I ruin my favorite sweater by spilling coffee on it. Fine, I'm going full vacation outfit now. Shit. Gonna take that to the dry cleaners. You ready for some chest hair, people? Democrat consultant in his glory. Take a look at the map. I see that China, there's a lot of China sympathizers on this app. So I put my 1992 Atlas. That was the best year of my career. I put that in the background. God damn it, I got it all over me. Hang on. Ah! My housekeeper isn't here today, so I have to learn how to clean this up myself. Does anybody here know how to clean a coffee stain? Anybody in the chat? Here we go. I have a hanky. The hankies work. I got this from the Shah of Iran when we did the first coup against Mossadegh. Oh, well. R.I.P. the Shah. Love that guy. Oh, now where were we? Where were we? Here we are.
Rather than waste your time here, because it's not, you're not changing public opinion here.
I've raised thousands of dollars. I'm asking.
Great, me too. I actually have raised thousands of dollars.
For what?
And I actually, to help people here who are hungry and are trying to get help.
Yeah, but you know what he hasn't done? Paid his taxes. And that's a sign of a true patriot. He does the philanthropy thing in order to keep himself under the tax bracket. He takes out some loans against shares of companies that he owns, and he's a happy guy. And all you kids do is whine about Gaza and avocado toast prices. I got no use for you. This is a man who should be the Hassan Piker of the Democratic Party. This man right here, 47 brand hat, expensive. Oh, I love it. Takedowns. Yeah, this is exactly the question that I'm asking. What if you were gay in Gaza? That's, you know. Yeah, Dave Portnoy is a intellectual titan. Here's what he says. He says, I don't get what the gay kid doesn't understand. If he went to Gaza, they'd unalive him for being gay. Doesn't seem that complicated. Well done, Dave. It's too bad he voted for Trump. I think he'd be a great Democratic donor. Oh, here we go. I think Dave Portnoy is amazing. I don't know what everybody has beef with him for. I think he's a great guy. He's really, really smart. He doesn't know how to use power tools. He's an elitist. He stands with 8% of the Democratic Party when it comes to issues that we care about. He's just like, I mean, he's a great guy. I think that is a missed opportunity for greatness. We could totally be a party that young men like if we were just more like Dave Portnoy, who doesn't like to pay his taxes, who likes to make money from gambling websites. That's what I think we really need to do. Oh, here we go. Hassan Piker has made an incendiary, violent rhetoric from JFK. Those who make peaceful resolution and John F. Kennedy was a personal friend of mine. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. That's what John F. Kennedy said. In the top half of the meme, it says, "Oh, you're sweet." Exactly, because John F. Kennedy said it. Now, Hassan Piker said, "Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable." Do you see how it sounds different when you find out Hassan said it? And then there's somebody on the phone saying, "Hello, ICE," which is why you don't abolish ICE. You common sense reform ICE, make them have vaccine mandates, make them hold the door for old ladies, make sure that they're not using kids over the age of you make sure they aren't using kids under the age of 10 as bait. But you need them. You need them because if somebody uses a violent JFK quote, you never know when you're going to have to get down to business. Also, these meme things are amazing, right? They're so funny. I'm putting my coffee-stained sweater back on. For those of you who have been on the stream for the entire time, I spilled coffee on myself during Dave Portnoy's takedown. Ooh, there's only one viewer, but that's all right. We are close to the Twitch affiliate program, so if you are that one viewer, thank you. And we only need two more for an entire stream. We actually, if we're one stream away, it's pretty big news. Let's see here. Actually, maybe we should 13137. No. All my homies in the 313, throw your hands up and follow me. All the homies in the 313, throw your hands up. Notice how this man does not have his hands up. Oh, all right. Yes, this is a great tweet. Michelle Obama warned everyone. Kamala Harris warned everyone. Hillary Clinton warned everyone. Malcolm X warned everyone. He said, the white liberal differs from the white conservative only in one way. The liberal is more deceitful than the conservative. What? The liberal is more hypocritical than the conservative. Both want power, but the white liberal is the one who has perfected the art of posing as the blank's friend and benefactor. And by winning the friendship, allegiance, and support of the blank, the white liberal is able to use the blank as a pawn or tool in this political football game that is constantly raging between the white liberals and white conservatives. I cannot believe that, the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, was a close friend of mine. He was spying on Malcolm X, but I can't believe Malcolm X was spying on us. That's crazy. I mean, you got to hand it to the guy. That was, he's right. I mean, that's exactly what we do. Part of the reason why I have Jesus here is because he's a socialist. Know your enemy. I also have this, little lollipop here, and it's got Fred Hampton on there and Zoran Mamdani. And Fred Hampton's pin on this says, we say we're not going to fight we say we're not going to fight capitalism with black capitalism, but we're going to fight it with socialism. God, it's a good thing they don't teach Fred Hampton and Malcolm X in school. Otherwise, we would have a lot of trouble convincing people that Michelle Obama, Kamala Harris, and Hillary Clinton did enough to fight back against this inevitable fascist takedown. Mac the Goat just liked me. There's somebody named Mac who's the goat. That's cool. Oh, big problems here. We got big problems in Chicago, people. Go figure.
For president in 2028.
Chicago.
Apparently, some of them are here. And there are people who, there are others who would like you to run for the United States Senate. Senator Schumer's up in 2028.
Whoa!
I don't know. It sounded like even more.
Should you all move to New York or to other parts of the country?
How many would like AOC to stay in Congress? See,
I would like that. I would like her to get out of it.
They want you to make a move.
Yeah.
What say you about all of this?
You know, it's funny because in this op-ed that Jeff Bezos paid for in the Washington Post, there was this line that you had mentioned earlier.
He didn't pay for it, okay? He didn't pay for the op-ed. He threatened the editor to write it, or he was going to get rid of his pay. That's how Jeff works, okay? He's a union buster. He's a buster. He busts heads. He doesn't offer anything. How do you think he became a billionaire? He makes people pee in jars. That's amazing.
About, well, as a potential 2028 contender, XYZ. And in the context of that, it was very clear this was a veiled threat, right? So the elite saying, if you want this job, you just stepped out of line. And we want you to know where the real power is. And it's in the modern day barons who own the Post and own the algorithms, and we'll make an example out of you. And what's funny about that is that they assume that my ambition is positional. They assume that my ambition is a title or a seat.
That's what everybody's doing.
And my ambition is way bigger than that. My ambition is...
What the hell are you talking about? We can't buy people off if they care about more than just getting a title. That's the kind of people we're looking to run for office. We want people that are interested in checking boxes in we want people who are only motivated by their we just want people who care about titles. We don't care about what are you talking about? This is insane. Isn't being the president enough for you? You can just become the president and do nothing. It's awesome. What the hell?
To change this country. Presidents come and go. Senate, House seats, elected officials come and go. But single-payer health care is forever. A living wage is forever. Workers' rights, all of that. And so anyways, the way, but to a finer point to your question is that when you aren't attached, right? When you haven't been like fantasizing about being this or that since the time you were 7 years old, it is tremendously liberating.
Oh, shit.
Because I get to wake up every day and say, how am I going to meet the moment?
Yeah, this is the problem with people who haven't wanted to be politicians since they were 6 or 7 years old. This is the entire problem, people. I mean, when you have people like this who are motivated only by their moral values that really just want to make the world a better place, you can't control them. You can't control what they're going to do, what they're going to say. You can't control what they're freaking doing, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous to the healthcare companies that don't want Medicare for all. It's dangerous to the defense contractors that don't want peace in our lifetimes. It is dangerous to the special interests that we love. Shout out to AIPAC. It's dangerous to everybody. Damn it.
And conditions change radically all the time. So I make my response less to an attachment to some positional, like, title or position, and working backwards from there. But I make decisions by waking up in the morning, looking out the window, and observing the conditions of this country.
I have a response to that. Okay. This is what I think about AOC waking up in the morning. This is what I think about that. This is how it makes me feel. What about my feelings?
Would you make this up for? My mom and you, Joe. I thought it was everyone, just us? Well, yeah. Okay. Waking up in the morning, thinking about some...
This is what I think of. This is what I think of when I think of AOC waking up in the morning.
What? Why are you crying?
Because she wants universal health care.
Come on, you're so emotional. All right, don't cry. We want to hear it. Don't cry, okay?
How do you think it makes our donors feel? How do you think it makes our donors feel? It makes them feel like this.
I just want to make sure my dad's not here because then he'll get upset. All right, go. So good. Waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things. I just wish things would get better. I'm trying to get rid of them, but nothing seems to stay the same.
Yeah, it's freaking horrible when people say tax the rich like AOC. How do you think it makes Jeff Bezos feel?
Oh, whoa, things are just caught up in my mind. Just cannot get rid of them. I'm worrying and worrying. I just cannot get rid of this. I cannot take chances. It's just too much.
It's too much to get tax the rich. I hate it when they come from my vacation homes. AOC is evil. She wants to take my money. She is not motivated by ambition. She wants to make the world a better place. I hate her. It was so good. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
I love that you have that. You can sing in front of everybody. I love it. You know that? That was rough.
That was rough.
She is hurting.
Yeah, I'm hurting too because there's too many people in the Democratic Party who are trying to relate to the working class right now. I'm hurting too. I'm, Gia Jaducci, me and her, we're like this. That waking up in the morning thing, that was real.
And saying, what move or what decision can I make today that is going to get us closer to that future, stronger, faster, better than yesterday?
Oh God, I can't take any more of it. Oh, this is going to screw up my marriages so much. New reporting reveals RFK Jr. is exploring banning certain SSRIs, potential barring drugs like Zoloft, Prozac, and Lexapro. Decades of research shows SSRIs are effective and safe. Yep. I mean, this could work out in the Democrats' favor, especially Democratic leadership. I don't know how yet, but we'll figure it out. This is really bad for the big drug companies, too, that I talk to. They're pissed. I'm pissed. Dispatch. Who the hell is Dispatch? Okay. Columbus Dispatch finally covered. I don't freaking care about Columbus. Where's that? Christopher? Never met him. I met one of his great nephews. He was in Franco's administration. Let's see here. Oh, perfect. Privatizing Social Security.
Trump accounts are Social Security personal accounts. Now, how did we get it done? You remember George W. Bush in his second term, he tried this fight, and sadly, Congress ran for the hills in a display of extraordinary cowardice.
Yes.
How did we get it done this time? Because we gave the money to babies, and so the old people didn't get pissed.
Yes, it was great. It's so good. That's why when Mallory McMorrow said we don't want to have Medicare for all, that's why I love her. That is why she is a majority Democrat. Mallory McMorrow said, we want to privatize. We want to keep healthcare privatized because we don't want the government running it. And that is the exact same reason why George Bush was so unpopular, because he wanted to do the right thing, make the tough decision to privatize Social Security. And that is why some Democrats, establishment types like moi, are totally in favor of the Trump accounts. We can get some crypto in there. We can do some land leases for AI data centers. We need to keep government benefits private. That is the only way to honor the free market. All hail the free market. Except China. They have cheaper, better electric cars than we can offer, in large part because they have socialized medicine and we don't. So therefore, a lot of the money that goes into American cars is really just going nowhere. It's going to paying American auto workers' salary. So yeah, that's why we need to keep China. That's why we need to keep China out, because if there was an actual free market, we'd get the shit kicked out of us. But yeah, I like Ted Cruz on this one. He stood up to Tucker Carlson for the Iran war, which was cool. We needed him to do that. Let's see what else is happening. I hate the Popstanox people. They're the trusted name in politics, but we're gonna follow them because they're the ops. We keep the ops close, and we keep our enemies closer. That's the enemies are the GOP. Here we go. Nithya Raman, Ray Huang, and Adam Miller will participate in a debate for mayor of Los Angeles. Oh, yeah. Tell me how this works. The Democratic Socialists have they have endorsed a billionaire. A billionaire who wants to tax himself. Maybe we should get that guy into a hospital for self-harm. Just saying. Ooh. Oh my gosh. It is 2:00 here in beautiful Washington, D.C. I think we have to call it. We're going to go see a movie with one of our gumas at 3:00. There's a movie called Hokum. It is not a story of the Hassan Piker biography, but I do know Steven Spielberg is working on that with couple guys, couple strong producers of The Apprentice, and it's going to be a bipartisan movie taking down Hassan. It's not called Hokum. This is a movie with Adam Scott, but thank you for jumping on the stream with us today. We are going to be back tomorrow at 5:30 Eastern. 3:30 Eastern to do a recap of the whole week's news. We're going to be talking about gerrymandering, how there was nothing we could do to stop it. We're going to be talking about, we're going to be seeing how those APAC ads land. We're going to be doing a little bit of sports stuff. We're going to be talking about a rock climber. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow. So if you're not liking and following and subscribing or joining our Discord, then what the hell are you doing? We love you all. Thank you for coming out. Peace, love, and moderate centrist policies that do not shift the Overton spectrum. Let's make it 1992 again.